Yes, people, we are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. And like I start every single show on the channel, whether it's to YouTube or whether it's to Twitch, big up to everybody who is supporting Sarcasm City TV. Large up to each and every one of you lot. Like I always say, whether you watch the shows live and you're in the comments, whether you watch the shows live and you have them on in the background, whether you watch the shows back after the live is finished, whether you listen via one of the audio platforms, etc. Like we much appreciated in it. So big up everyone supporting. Sarcasm City TV continues to grow and it is much appreciated. So yeah, large up to you lot, man. I love every single time. And please make sure, whether you're watching it live right now or you're watching the show back on the YouTube, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Share it across all the socials as well. Make sure you share it across all of the socials. So when you click that share button, share it to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can share it to a WhatsApp status, WhatsApp group, anything you are active on. Snapchat, I don't know if you can share it to TikTok, but share it to everything you can. And subscribe to the channel as well. Vitally important you do that. Subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Make sure when you subscribe, you hit that notification bell and check out the upcoming live stream schedule as well. Because sometimes you don't get notifications for whatever reason when we go live on the YouTube. Like Twitch is miles better for that. And make sure you follow the Twitch. The link is underneath in the description for that as well. Both Sarcasm City TV, the YouTube, and the Twitch. So let's get into the show. Anyway, for those that haven't seen the ManDem United podcast before, it is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United, people, dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your questions or your comments Manchester United related. Please make sure you do that. So let's get into it anyway. As you can see from the title, Manchester United draw Atletico Madrid in the round of 16 in the Champions League after the second time round. So the first time round, we drew PSG. Second time round, we got Atletico Madrid. And there seems to be a mixed bag. There seems to be... Here we are. I'm looking for my wall. I have no idea. There it is. Yeah, it seems to be a mixed bag in regards to which draw was tougher. I said on all platforms I was on, I stated I did not want PSG. I stated that. I put out a tweet the night before saying if I wake up tomorrow and United have drawn PSG, I'm going to be pissed. I legit woke up. I woke up and I had on Twitter, I had DMs on Twitter, I had comments on Instagram, I had Instagram DMs, I had WhatsApp messages all along the line saying, ha, you drew PSG, you're going to be pissed. Peter messaged me saying, rise up. Cam's added me something, he deleted it. Timo was on my case and that. And then, so I've just like locked back my phone and was like, I'll deal with this later. Then when I'm like, all right, let me face the music, let me face this, I'm seeing on the timeline that, oh, UEFA have messed up the draw. So I'm like, what is going on? What is it that UEFA have messed up the draw? Like, what have I missed? Because I'm seeing that we've drew PSG, but then I'm seeing Atletico Madrid as well. So I went to Google, seen we drawn Atletico Madrid. Then obviously went in all the group chats and heard what happened, and UEFA messed up the draw. Well, I believe people got it confused as to why I didn't want PSG. I believe we're favorites against PSG. Absolutely. I feel we beat PSG over two legs. Absolutely. However, it's a cup competition and they have Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. They have three players. Who, if they turn up, can put a tie to bed. Easily. Just like that, can put a tie to bed because they are like Manchester United. I called them individual brilliance for the longest time when we were. That is individual brilliance 2.0. That is Super Saiyan individual brilliance. I am not trying to face PSG in a knockout tie in the round of 16 when you look at the other teams you could have drawn. You look, Atletico Madrid were there. Sporting were there. Salzburg was there. Why would I pick the toughest possible opposition in the next round? I want Manchester United to get through. Give me favorable draws on paper. I don't care. I'm not in the glitz and glamour of, oh, you need to beat the best to be the best. Not if the best is on the other side of the draw. I use Chelsea as an example all the time. Last season, they got a favorable draw and they took full advantage. PSG, Manchester City, Bayern Munich, all on the other side of the draw. That is perfect. Give me that. If we get through to the quarterfinals and say the English teams do and Bayern Munich do, I just use those four. I want Bayern Munich and the what's it called? And the English teams all on the other side of the draw. Give me the winner of Juve Villarreal. I'm with Winter Surfer because we did a show, Stats, Facts, and Vibe. Shout out to Bainesy and all the ManDem that jumped on, and he was on my wavelength. He was like, give me the easiest draw possible. I'm going to pull up the full draw as well, and I will get to the comments. But that's my thoughts on it. So that's why I didn't want PSG. Like, Bainesy wanted PSG for the storyline and Ronaldo versus Messi and to get one over on Don Poch. Shout out to Saeed. He was on the same wavelength. I'm not with that. Oh, but it makes it special, though. You know what's special? Getting through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You know what's special? Getting through to the semifinals of the Champions League. You know what's special? Getting through to the final of the Champions League. You know what's even more special than all of those things? Winning the Champions League. Like, I'm not with that. Give me the easiest possible. So that's why I didn't want PSG. Because again, if you look, to me, they're the best out of the runners-up. And even if you don't think they're the best, they're second. Why? Give me the worst possible team on paper. Give me the worst possible. Why would I want the best team? That makes no sense whatsoever. Makes zero sense. Don't get it. Don't understand it. Larger One Danzo says, big up Flawless, big up to you. Disgruntled Blogger says, yes, Flawless. He also says, listen, give me an easy run to the final if it means we win the damn thing. Exactly. People act like I've seen Manchester United win 2 Champions Leagues. The 08 one, I can't remember who we faced in the quarterfinals. I can't remember who we faced in the quarterfinals. I can't remember who we faced in the round of 16. I don't remember who's in the group. I remember the semi-final because we beat Barcelona. And I remember the final because it was against Chelsea. Like, legit, that's it. The final in 99, obviously Bayern Munich, we faced. Who did we face in the semi-final? How did we face? Juventus, of course. Well, that's because it was a special semi-final. Quarter-final, I believe. See, my memory's hazy. The only reason why I remember the group is because we were drawn in a group of death because we had Barcelona and Bayern Munich, and York and Cole scored that goal, I believe. And I think it was in the quarterfinals, it was Inter Milan, but don't quote me on that. Well, that's what I'm saying. My memory's hazy, and it's the same. Let's use the FA Cup for an example. I don't remember who we played. All the FA Cups I've seen Manchester United win. I don't remember who we played. All the Premier League titles I've seen Manchester United win. I don't remember everybody we played to win the game or who lost or who we lost to and how many points we got and how many goals we scored and how many goals we conceded. I don't care about records. Win the trophy. That's all I'm concerned about. Win the trophy. And if we get a favorable draw and take advantage of that, that's on us. That's not our fault. It's not like we picked the weakest possible opponent. Where we at? Big up to Abdallah says, Flawless. We got a nice easy draw. Leo back to back like Drake. That was quality. Yeah, lucky for Chelsea. Lucky for Chelsea. Very much so. Big up Unjust says, big up my guy Flawless. Big up to you. Quarterfinals predictions: Ajax, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, City, United, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Juventus. That's probably about right, to be honest. I'm gonna run through it, but that's probably mine. See, man, forgot Abdallah. I forgot we played Lyon in the last 16 of Roma in the quarters. Because I don't care. That's why, because we won the trophy. We could have played Brøndby and Sturm Graz in the last 16 in the quarterfinals. I do not care. Get through, win the trophy. People want all this nostalgia and for it to be a beautiful thing and that. Like, no, it's not that. Like, you're not getting married, in it. You don't need to be a beautiful thing at all. Let me actually pull up the draw as well. But yeah, that was my thoughts on drawing PSG, and I did not want to draw PSG in the slightest. Simply because, and Real Madrid didn't want to draw PSG. That's why I heard, is it Florentino Perez was kicking off? Because initially they drew, was it Benfica? Someone quote me if I'm, someone quote me and let me know if I'm correct. But yeah, we'll find out. And I'll get onto the Atletico Madrid thing as well. I'm going to get onto that. 110% going to get onto that. Bear with me. So, yeah, see PSG, Madrid. Madrid weren't trying to see PSG. And even though, again, the same thing, PSG are favorites. PSG are 110% not PSG. Real Madrid, are favorites in that tie. Like, I favored them to go through. And I think they'll be confident of going through. However, they're not trying to face PSG when you have the likes of, when you have Sporting, you got Salzburg, you got Inter Milan, you got Villarreal, you got Benfica, you got Atletico Madrid. You're not trying to see, you know what I'm saying? You're not trying to see PSG. And anyone who's telling you that is, one, either lying, or two, likes a storyline and wants to glamorize like a Saeed and Bainesy. No surprise that those two wanted PSG. I fully believe they wanted PSG. Not a shock. Not a shock. But that man loved that. They loved the nostalgia. That's what it is. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just not with it. Where else we are? Abdallah says York actually joined top scorer in 99 in the season with Shevchenko. See, I didn't even know that, so you just told me. And I remember watching that. I was only a kid, but I legit remember watching all those ties, watching the final, watching the semi-final, watching the quarter. I watched all those games, group games on ITV. I watched all them games. Yeah, Jabada had to throw it back. Bromby was fire back in the day, you know. Yeah, I remember we used to get him in the group stage and slap him. I remember. Yeah, because he was in our group in 99, and we've got him. We had him a couple times, not just in 99. To Andrew, who says low block against low block, it's going to be a long day. Here's the thing with this. But let's go on to this because people talking about Atletico Madrid are a tough draw. Do I believe they're a tough draw? Yes. Do I favor Manchester United in this tie? Absolutely. Are we favorites? Yes. All of a sudden, anytime Manchester United play anybody, especially in the Champions League, all of a sudden they're the greatest side ever. And their players are the greatest side ever. It happened all the way. And I'm going to use the Europa League as an example because that was just last season. That happened all the way through. When we drew Sociedad, it was all, they've not lost in however many games. They're doing well in La Liga. They've got David Silva, beat them comfortably. And this was with Oli in charge, by the way. When we played Roma, they've got Dzeko, they've got Smalling, they've got Mkhitaryan, they've got Premier League players who know what we're about. Did United not beat them 8-2 in the first leg? Or was it 6-2 or something like that? Something crazy. And it should have been more. And yes, the second leg, we let them back in. But even then, like, if we got beat 6-2, we're not talking about United getting let back in. We're talking about how bad we are. Who else? Roma, Sociedad. Roma, Sociedad. Who else did we play? Granada was another one as well. Granada was getting hyped up. They're a good side. We don't do well against Spanish side. And Atletico Madrid are that. They scraped through a group with Porto and Milan. Like, they scraped through a group. All I've been hearing is pure jokes for the longest time about João Felix being on a death row contract and how Simeone's the devil and how João Felix be playing left wing back and he needs to get out of there and how we'd ball out under Pep. But now we draw Atletico Madrid and the best of the best. Are they a good side? Yes. Is it going to be pretty? Absolutely not. They're going to make it ugly. United are going to have to ride the wave. Like, you're in the trenches. But are we good enough to get out of it? Yes. I say this right now. If Manchester United had Atletico Madrid's players with Atletico Madrid's manager, so we had Simeone in charge with them exact same players, and they had our players with Ralph in charge, this is not being billed as a close tie. But because it's Manchester United, it's being billed as if it's close. This is not a close tie on paper. I could be wrong when the game actually happens, but I'm saying on paper, this is not a close tie. It's not a close tie. And the reason why I pulled up this comment from Unja, because that's something else that I think people are getting mistaken as well, which I'm going to get to. As well. Where we at? Big up the mods on job. Fake accounts in the building. You'll have to see it. You know what I'm saying? But where we at? Low block against low block. It's going to be a long day. Here's the thing is, and I'm going to get to Let's Talk Barbie as well. We don't know how we're going to set up. We have no idea how we're going to look. And people are forgetting this. We have no idea how we are going to set up. So how people are talking about it's a low block versus a low block. We don't know what Ralph's going to do. We can guess what Ralph's going to do, but we don't know. It's like a fight. That's the best analogy I can think of. It's like a fighter getting a whole new trainer. You don't know how this fight is going to come out. You don't have a clue. Nobody has a clue how we're going to fight apart from Ralph. We can have ideas. Ralph hasn't managed in 3-4 years. Who knows if we're going to be a low block team? Who knows if, because people have said, Atletico Madrid, their style is awful for us. How can you say that when you don't know what our style is going to be? And I'm saying that our style could change and it makes Atletico Madrid a tougher tie. It could work against us. However, it could flip around and be in our favor. We have no idea. But again, people want to run bants, run agendas. I don't know if it's because of Manchester United and people hate because they spoiled so many childhoods and teenage years and adulthoods. I don't know. I'm confused. So we can't say it's going to be low block versus low block when we don't know. Our luck is February. We're currently in the middle of December right now. It's the middle of December right now. We have no idea how United are going to set up and how we're going to be looking. We don't know who could potentially come in. We don't know who potentially could be leaving. We don't know what Ralph's best team is. We have no idea. But yet everybody's just guessing. Based off of what? It's like, somebody tell me if I'm wrong here. Yeah, Arjun Vinter was a baller in that. Arjun Vinter was a baller. Quality. Yeah, that inner team was stacked. Yeah, Zanetti, Djokayev, Ronaldo, wavy team. Like I say, that's probably my favorite. That is my favorite Serie A team ever. Cold. One of them anyway. Cold. Ridiculous. Only way I'll start throwing shade at McTominay as if he does this his skit knee sliding antics to Suarez's chest. Well, see, let's talk B-ball. Says your players ain't as good as you man claim. It's all wild. Who's claimed our players are that good? Who claimed our players are that good? Where have I said that? I just think we're better than Atletico Madrid. That's all. I've not seen a lot of them, but what I've watched, I'm just like, you're a good side. That's it. You're nothing special. People acting like they're dark horses for the Champions League. Nobody was claiming this. We did top 6, top 7s. No one was mentioning Atletico Madrid. Man United are going to cook them and destroy them from multiple positions. I don't say we cook them because they're very tough. They're very tough to cook. So I can see, but no away goals, I think, adds into our favor too. Because they ain't got nothing to rely on. But I'm fully confident going into this tie. Fully confident. Let's Talk B-Ball says you'd say the same if a rival was playing them. No, I wouldn't. If Liverpool, City, or Chelsea was playing them, I'd say they're favourites for the tie. I'd run jokes and bants, but I'm not calling Atletico Madrid the favourites against any of them, or Real Madrid, or Bayern Munich. But all of a sudden, they play Manchester United and they're favourites against us. Why? You hear me? Oh, Griezmann who scored 3 goals in the Liga all season. Ain't they 4th in the Liga or 5th in the Liga? Yes, United ain't high. We are 5th in our league, but Oli being in charge is a major part to that. The fact that we're 5th under him and everyone knows he's not good, he's a League 1 level manager. Well, this is what I'm saying. So that's incorrect. I wouldn't say the same if a rival was playing him. I'm honest. I've already said, and I run through the draw, but Chelsea will go through, Liverpool will go through, and City will go through. They're our rivals. I'd love to be wrong, but they all go through. I've openly said that they're the favourites for the champ. Those 3, alongside Real Madrid, are the favourites for the Champions League. I've openly said before in the past, I believe the Champions League comes to England, but I don't think it goes to the red side of Manchester. But this was with Oli in charge. But I'd favour those 3, unfortunately. And I'd throw Real Madrid in that. And PSG, you have to just because of PSG. But at least one of PSG or Real Madrid are going out. Samazo. United ruined my childhood in 08 when Anelka missed the pen and Terry the racist wanker slipped. Samazo. Flawless, we slapped them comfy, 2 shots on target over 180 minutes of football, excluding extra time. That's why you'll beat them. I watched you lot play them last season. You lot beat them comfortable. You lot beat them comfy. Like they didn't even lay a glove on you. Like Chelsea didn't get out of second gear, and not Manchester United of the level of Chelsea. No, but that's got to be a worry. Unless they've improved massively since then. But like I said, I've watched them bits and pieces, highlights, and I don't see anything to be afraid of. Respect, yes. I respect Atletico Madrid. And United, don't get it mistaken, it's not going to be easy tie. United are not. I could see one of the games being a draw and then United winning 2-1 or something like that. I can see that happening. But I'm not fearful. Respect, but not fearful whatsoever. Atletico Madrid are overrated. Man United win. We'll soon find out. El Jefe in the building. Like, subscribe, or become a member if you can, people. One of the best decisions I made. It's always good to support dope content like Sarcasm City TV. Large on my guy Eddie every time. You can catch him here on the United watch-alongs and on the NBA watch-alongs on the Twitch as well. That's my done right there. Even though the United game has been cancelled today. So I will be doing Manchester City versus Leeds United on the Twitch. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be doing Manchester United versus Manchester United. Manchester City versus Leeds United on the Twitch. Oh, yeah. Glazers didn't pay enough Roman, dropped the bag and got Leo twice. You're a joker. Abdallah says, PSG and City out could win the Champions League. City are like the bodybuilder abusing steroids on a limp. Jesus Christ. On a limp D, and the Champions League is the supermodel. They keep disappointing in bed. That's a wild analogy, you know. But City, them getting to the final is going to help them massively this season. And let me run through the rest of the draw. So, run through the rest of the draw here. You got PSG, Real Madrid, Sporting, Manchester City, Salzburg, Bayern, Inter, Liverpool, Chelsea, Lille, Villarreal, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Manchester United, Benfica, Ajax. So, yeah, keeping on that. I just ran through that for those that might not have heard the draw. What's going on here? That might not have heard the draw. I'm confident, like I said, and Ralph by then is going to have implemented his style, implemented his philosophy. We'll have a best 11. The players will be used to whatever style that is, and I trust him. Whether it's the 4-2-2-2, whether it's a 3 at the back, whether it's a 4-3-3, whether it's a 4-2-3-1, whatever formation he wants to play, I think he's a drill sergeant. I have full faith. This is why I am, from a United perspective, I understand why the game is being postponed, because lives are bigger than football. So if they believe lives are at stake, cancel the game, cancel all the games, cancel the Premier League. I fully understand that. But I was really interested to see this game tonight against Brentford, to see how we lined up, number one. 2, to see who we dropped. But now we'll find out. United's next game is now Saturday against Brighton, the early kickoff. Another early kick. 12:30, yeah, that's all. all along is what it is. But yeah, man, I'm confident going through. I'm 110% confident. You lot get your questions in as well, but maybe I'm overconfident. But like I said, don't get it mistaken. I'm not saying we beat Manchester, we beat Atletico Madrid 4-5-0. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying we walk through them. It's going to be tough. They're going to try and frustrate us. They're going to kick us. They're master of the dark arts. They're going to do all that scumbaggery. They're going to do all of that scumbaggery in both games. However, I believe with the players we have and the manager we now have, we have enough to beat Atletico Madrid. If we don't, we further behind them than I thought. If we can't get past Atletico Madrid. I'm looking at their team. Suarez is in good form. You've got Griezmann. You've got Llorente. They've got DePaul, who played and who I watched in the Copa America. Koke's in there as well. Pick up all the fake accounts in the building. We got slow mo done so high. Yeah, but make sure you hit the like button as well. Aggregate score is going to be 3-1 over 2 legs. I can see that happening. That wouldn't surprise me. I won one at their place and a 2-1 at OT. That would not shock me. I don't expect to see many goals. But again, people are talking about it's low block versus low block and United defensive. We don't know how we're going to set up. We don't know how we're going to look. The AM match, the Atletico Madrid match is suited for a player of Pogba's stature and technical ability. I see him, if he gets the chance, shine in the game, and because of that, will cement his place in the team and renew. I think a 4-2-2 suits Pogba down to the ground. Him in one of them 10 roles, where he doesn't have to play from the left and be the wide player, and then he's got two players behind him for defensive insurance. Suits him down to a T. Pogba in one, Sancho in the other, Martial, Ronaldo as like the front four. And then say Fred and Donny behind that. That is Tellez Dalot, Varane, Bailly, De Gea. Love that team. Probably won't see it, but that's the team I would love to see. I'd love to see that team. De Gea in goal. Centre backs is Bailly and Varane. Dalot, Tellez, your fullbacks. Donny, Fred. Yeah, Donny, Fred. Or even Donny, Matic. Depending on the game. Pogba, Sancho, Martial, Ronaldo. Won't see it, but I'm all for it. But you can mix that up. Even if you throw a Bruno in there, if you throw a Lingard in there, like, we got options. But I think it suits all the players. I think all our strikers, the reason why the 4-2-2 suits all our strikers because they're all better in the 2. Even though Rashford's poor in form, Rashford's better in the 2, Ronaldo's better in the 2, Martial's better in the 2, Greenwood, who I forgot his name, he's better in the 2 up front. All 4 of those are better in the 2 up front. And then you got Pogba, Sancho, Lingard, Martial, Rashford, who can all operate as the second 10s as well. Like, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Florida, did you see Urban Wingy get stripped of his captaincy? I heard about it, but I've not read the story. I haven't read the story, but that's mad. That is mad. Hey, Arsenal, the gift that keeps on giving. Arsenal are the gift that keeps on giving. But yeah, overall, happy about the tie, rather than if we had got PSG. Confident of going through, and then the quarterfinals. And I'm hoping we go through and draw Villarreal Juventus. The winner of that. Give me the winner of that. And let me ask you lot in the chat, let me ask you a question. Where do you see an upset? I don't see any upsets here. So when I say upsets, I'm asking you specifically, like, who your favorites are. So everyone in the chat, give me all the teams you have winning the ties. I want everybody in the comments, Abdallah, Jabado, Discono Blogger, everybody who's in the chat, give me your list. Who's winning these round of 16 ties? Who's winning these round of 16 ties? I want your entire list. I'll go through mine as well. So PSG, Real Madrid, I've got Real Madrid. Sporting City, I've got Manchester City. Salzburg, Bayern, I've got Bayern. Inter, Liverpool, I've got Inter. Chelsea, Lille, now I'm playing. I've got Liverpool versus Inter. I've got Chelsea beating Lille. Villarreal, Juve. Do I edge Juventus? I don't know about Villarreal, Juve. That's one I need to do more research on. Atletico Madrid, United, I've got United. And Benfica, Ajax, I've got Ajax. So let me know. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? And that. Look at this. Man actually just took a picture of me. Let's go. You're holding a block, but thank you, man. That's a nice shot. Make sure if you screenshot me, it's a nice picture, though. Villarreal, Juve, maybe Emery wins, but I doubt it. See that? I'm unsure on that one. That's the one I look at and go, I don't know. Everything else I think is pretty clean cut and dry. I don't really see any upsets. PSG City, maybe. PSG City. PSG Real Madrid, maybe. That's the one. PSG Real Madrid is the one I look at and go, yeah. That's the one I look at. Because Sporting City, no. Salzburg, Bayern, no. Liverpool, Inter, no. Chelsea, Lille, no. Atletico Madrid, United, no. Benfica, Ajax played very well. Obviously, they won all 6 of their group games as well. Villarreal, Juventus, and I wouldn't have a strong favorite in that game. I wouldn't say that there's an upset. If Villarreal go through, I wouldn't say that's an upset. If Juventus go through, I wouldn't say that's an upset. I don't see many upsets. So if we're looking at that, the quarterfinals will be Real Madrid, even though, like I said, PSG are more than capable of going through. But you're looking at Real Madrid, Manchester City, Bayern, Liverpool, Chelsea, United, Ajax, Villarreal, or Juve. So the chances are we get an all-English tie. I'm saying the chances are we get an all-English tie. And I'm all for it, as long as Manchester United are not involved. As long as Manchester United are not involved, I'm all for it. The ball are moving like Prime Del Piero right now. Madrid comfortable win. Uncle Ben's is going to put Dagba and Kimpembe in the split. But you got to understand, Ramos is there. So they could be better defensively by that point. I want to see, if I'm Poch, I go to a back three. I've said this. The back three suits them. You go to a back three, you play Kimpembe, you play Ramos, you play Marquinhos. You have Hakimi and Mendes as your wing backs. And you can play a 2 of Idrissa and Verratti in the midfield. And then your front three. And then your front three, it would be Di Maria, not Di Maria, it'd be Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. But then you can even throw Di Maria in the mix as well. Like, they got options. Like, they have options. That's the thing. I'm telling you, people. That's what but that could all change because, like I said, it's 2 months away. So a lot can change in 2 months. Benfica got beat by Arsenal. Ajax are going to cook them. I would expect Ajax. They seem to be on smoke. We're going to win the Eden Hazard derby flawless. What's the Eden Hazard derby? Oh, Chelsea Lille, because he came from Lille. Yeah, the Eden Hazard derby. You're a joker. You're a joker. Oh, sweet. Make sure you hit the like button on the video as well. And continue to get, who's favorites for these ties? What you lot? Where's the upset? Let me ask you lot. If PSG beat Real Madrid, is that an upset? I would say it is. But that's the only one I look at. Normally with Champions League, you look at 2 or 3 of the games and go, there'd be more upsets. Outside of that game, I don't see any upsets. It all depends on who you have as favorite. Like I said, Villarreal, Juve, I don't have a clear favorite in that game. All the others, I have a clear favorite. All the other games, I have a clear favorite. Della says, Nuno Mendes, he's meaty as well. Imagine a back 4 of Kimpembe, Dagba, backup, Marquinhos, midfield, Verratti, Herrera, Idrissa. How did people expect PSG to win the Champions League? That's because people rated Mendes. Sorry, you forgetting out Ramos. Marquinhos is quality as well. I think it was the Marquinhos, Ramos, and the front three and Verratti. And you don't need to be a cohesive team to win the Champions League, but they're even far from that. I have watched them and I've not been impressed at all. I watched them twice against City. I watched them against Bruges, even though they was better. And I'm probably going to watch them more before the Champions League knockout games. But yeah, they're not good. Then they're not a good team. They have great individuals, but they're not a great team. However, that can change. You got 2 months. Poch has 2 months to fix that. And that's why Florentino Perez was going mad, because he wasn't trying to draw PSG. No one trying to out those second teams. I'm sorry. They're the best out of the second teams. Out of the runners-up. They're not the team you want in that pot. Give me Salzburg. Give me Sporting. Like, come on, man. That's not who they were trying to see at all. But it'll be interesting. And I'm confident. I'm looking forward to it as well. Legit. For the first time in years, I'm looking forward to Manchester United being in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we can actually, I think we can legit actually do something in this competition. I think we can do something in this competition without doubt. I have no doubt whatsoever that we can do something in this competition. PSG had like a homeless man who has Gucci clothing and VVS as well. You're a joker, fam. But PSG will be like, again, if PSG beat Real Madrid, even though it'll be a surprise, it will just be individual. Like, and Neymar's had 2 stellar ties, or Messi's had 2 stellar ties, or Mbappe's had 2 stellar ties, or one of them's turned up. Like, I watched them against Bayern Munich last season. That's what happened. The first leg, which was away from home, they won 3-2. Great game, by the way. Neymar and Mbappe were just on smoke in that first leg. And they can do that. They can take a tie away from you. Messi gonna have a big chip on his shoulder because it's Real Madrid. He would love nothing more as a Barcelona man to go to Real Madrid and knock them out and put in a performance and say, I'm still that guy. And same with Ramos as well. Ramos is gonna have a point to prove. You know, Ramos is an absolute madman. He's on smoke. Ramos is on smoke. You already know it. He's going to be like, there's so many variables in this. And I'm looking forward to doing the watch alongs for both of those because they're the same day as City Lisbon. So it's like, yeah, I won't be doing that. I will be watching PSG versus Real Madrid. Absolutely. So if you look at it, yeah, exactly. Yo, and the second leg is at Real Madrid. You think Messi don't want to dump out Real Madrid at the Bernabeu? That's in his dreams. That is a dream scenario for him, and he has a supporting cast to do it. Neymar's the same. I forgot about Neymar. There's so many stories with this. There's so many stories with this and so many variables. You think Neymar, who was at Barcelona, and Messi, who is Mr. Barcelona, Mr. La Masia, don't want to knock out Real Madrid on their home patch at the Bernabeu. Like, the Barcelona fans won't love them even more. They go turn up. That's going to be a tough tie. Like I said, I favor Real Madrid, though, with the players they have. You got Benzema, who's absolutely cold. Vinicius Jr. been on form this season. You still got Cruz, you still got Modric, you still got Casemiro, got Militao at the back, you've got Alaba. So they got players, but I'm looking forward to that. Is the glamour tie of the draw. Absolutely, that's the glamour tie of the draw. Abdallah says, flawless if you deep it. The reason why City can't win the Champions League is because they haven't beaten any team who's considered the best in the world. But they move to everyone. Like, if they win the Champions League, it wouldn't surprise me. They're definitely favorites. They're up there. They're like top 2, top 3. Like, if someone turned around and said they're my pick to win the Champions League, I wouldn't argue you down. Because I watched them play PSG and they moved to PSG in France. Like, even though PSG won the game, they battered PSG. And I probably have, pains me to admit, I probably have City as favorites against anybody over 2 legs. That's Chelsea, that's Liverpool, that's Bayern Munich, that's PSG, that's Real Madrid, that's Manchester United. Probably will. Probably. Trying to think. It'd be close against some of those, but they're the teams I look at. 100%. They're the ones I look at. But we'll see. Z says, big up Flawless. If this was Oli, I wouldn't have felt confident against Atletico. Now I'm feeling we'll beat them easily over 2 legs. I'm with you on that. If Oli was still in charge, we're not beating them. We're not beating Atletico Madrid. No chance. Nah, we're not. However, am I confident? Yes. I don't think we'll beat them easily, though. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. They're master of the dark arts. They're going to do all the scumbaggery things. All of the scumbaggery things, play acting, time wasting, all trying to get players sent off. And we need to be prepared for that. They're going to kick us as well. They're going to test our players physically and mentally. They're going to test them. And our players need to stand up and be counted in the away leg specifically. Because if we come away from there with a draw or a win, we go through. That's legit what it is. We need to do that. Yeah, like, it has to be done. I'm telling you right now. Absolutely. Like, has to be done. That's the tie I'm looking at in terms of the first leg. If we come away with a win or a draw, we got it. Because I fancy us to beat them at Old Trafford. Absolutely fancy them to beat us at Old Trafford. Unja says, how far you think the professor could take us in the Champions League? Depends on the draw, but I can see minimum quarterfinals. I said that from the jump, no, minimum quarterfinals. And then the draw, you never know. Again, if we draw one of the English teams, Bayern Munich or Real Madrid, we're not favorites to go through in those ties. But I'm confident of going through in those ties. But it's highly likely if we get through, we get one of those. So I'd say quarterfinals. However, if we get the Villarreal Juventus winner, or there's a shock, Leo beat Chelsea, Sporting beat Manchester City, Inter beat Liverpool, PSG do Real Madrid. If we draw one of those, Salzburg do Bayern. If we draw one of the winners from one of those upsets, different conversation. Different conversation. The Atletico Madrid team with Falcao and Forlan was better than this current Atletico team. I hear that. I'm not concerned about these, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't concerned. I ain't fussed. Whatsoever. I'm not. But yeah, how far? Minimum quarterfinals. Maximum is winning it. We could win it. I'm not saying we will. I'm not saying put money on it. So nobody say, oh, Flawless is saying United win the Champions League. No, I'm saying it's a possibility. Like, I'm confident of, if we get into the semi-finals, you never know. It's all about, I say the same thing. I'm like a broken record, people. Favorable draws. It's all about favorable draws. And if we get favorable draws, there's an upset, We get Villarreal, Juventus. We get, I don't know, a Lille in the semi-final, a Sporting in the semi-final. You never know. We put in 2 good performances against a side who are better than us, a Liverpool, a City, a Real Madrid, a Bayern Munich, a Chelsea. You never know. You never, ever know. Because they're going to draw each other as well. Like I said, in the quarterfinals, I can 110% see an all-English tie. Who that is, I don't know. I expect all 4 English teams to get through. So that means 4 of the 8 teams in the quarterfinals are English teams. So therefore, law of averages tells you they're going to be drawn against each other. I don't think it'll be 2. I don't think there'll be 2 all-English ties, but there'll definitely be 1. And I'm hoping it's not us. Give Liverpool Chelsea. Love that. Give Liverpool Chelsea. That's what I'm trying to see. That is exactly what I'm trying to see. But off this Champions League hype anyway, before I move on the conversation, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Road to 4K on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. So make sure you do that. Keep in mind that hey, you're going back home to Atletico. They even think of that, disgruntled blogger. Z Gold says, I think not. When we get through against Atletico, and if we face someone like Juventus, I think we can make the semi-finals. You never know. That's exactly what I just said. I agree with you, Z. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. Big on the fake accounts. You know what I'm saying? You helping the algorithm and helping the view, so much appreciated. Make sure you take a good picture of me, though. Make sure you take a nice shot of me and move the camera back a bit. But where we at, yeah, if we semi-finals and then you're in the final 4, and we have the manager and we have the players to win 2-legged, we have the managers and the players to win a semi-final and to win a one-off game. Because that individual brilliance is still there. We still have players in the attacking third that can win us a match. We still have, like, again, Ronaldo, Greenwood, Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Pogba, Lingard, Donny van der Beek. Like, I just named 7 players and I probably forgot some. Like, there's so, what's it called? There's so much. This is why I'm genuinely excited. That are we favorites? No, I'm never going to sit here and say we're favorites against any of the there's teams that are better than us in this competition. Absolutely. There's 5 minimum. Yeah, the 3 English teams, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich. So those 5 are better than us. So we're the 6th best team. So therefore, if you're the 6th best team, quarterfinals is where you should really reach. That's what I'd say. Z Gold says Ralph has to change the mentality of some of the players, though. Absolutely. But the reason why I said this in the past, the reason why I want to go deep into the Champions League is because it helps. Me and Cams was having this conversation on the NBA watch along yesterday. Shout out to Cams, and he was saying about some of the players not being used to being in that scenario and being in that situation with that pressure against Atletico Madrid, who are masters of the dark arts. However, that will stand them in good stead. Say we play Atletico Madrid, United get knocked out. If we then draw them next season or the season after, the players who were involved in that's going to help massively because you're used to it. There's no training for that. You have to be involved in that high pressure situation, and it's going to help. This is why I want these players to go deep into the Champions League. Make a quarterfinal, make a semi-final. Some of these players haven't played a round of 16 game in a minute. This against Atletico Madrid will help them, and that's why I said when we was talking about City just earlier on, them losing the final will help. Them losing the final will absolutely help. I don't even know if that's the real Bainesy. You lot will let me know in the chat if that's the real Bainesy still, because I'm unsure. If he's modded, you know it's the real him, because for some reason my chat thing is not working. I don't know, but it's all a help. This is why I want us to go to a semi-final. And even if we got beat, would I be disappointed at the time? Devastated, absolutely. I've seen Manchester United lose semi-finals, finals of Champions League. It's devastating. It is. But it will stand some of those players. It will put them in a better place next time. Like, all right, we know what to do now. We've been here before. Yeah, how am I supposed to know it's you, fam? Bainesy, when I just said my chat is off on the stream, on the YouTube studio, so I don't know what's going on. Man call me an idiot. It does sound like Bainesy. Yo, Flawless touching in, bro. I watched over the Norwich game like twice. We need a lot of work for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's mad. What else we got? Bear with me. Sorry, I'm just trying to actually pull it up as well, people. Where we at? Boom. Bear with me. Make sure you like the video. Hit the like button on the video. Not sure how many likes we're on, but yeah, we're closing in on 20 likes. Big up to you lot. All right, here we go. Yeah, it is Bainesy. It is Bainesy. But yeah, we do have a lot. But Kenton, we knew this. I knew Manchester United needed lots of work. That's why I didn't think we were. And that's why I'm not like Bainesy and like we're going to win the league title, because I understand where we're at. I'm looking at the FA Cup. That's the competition I'm looking at. Like, yeah, we can win this. Finish top 4, win the FA Cup, go far into the Champions League. That puts us in a good standing for next season. New manager comes in. Nah, fake accounts say everything, Bainesy. I'm telling you. But yeah, as I was saying, and that puts us in a good standing and a great place to go on next season, to kick on and challenge for a Premier League, to go deeper into the Champions League, depending on where we get knocked out, to maybe try and retain the FA Cup. Like, I'm all for this. It's all about building blocks. We do have a lot of work. Absolutely, we have a lot of work, but the work started though. That's the thing. And players come and play. We don't know who's going to leave, players that are going to come in the summer as well. So I'm all for it. Flawless, do you think we can do what Chelsea did? Absolutely. Absolutely. Will we? I don't think so. But is it a possibility? Yes. And that's what excites me about this run. It's all about the look of the draw. Those 5 words. All about the look of the draw. That's legit what it is. And I know Baines, he wanted PSG, and then he wanted Real Madrid next, then Liverpool in the semi-final, and then City in the final. Don't give me that. You know what I'm saying? I want Juventus or Villarreal, then Sporting in the semi-final, and then Salzburg in the final. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping all the English sides, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, all go out, crash out in this next round of 16. That's what I'm hoping for. Will it happen? Absolutely not. But I can hope for upsets. And I hope that upset's not us. Get one of these English teams out of here. And also, McTominay's junior level football, the bare minimum stuff he struggles with is crazy. That's true, but we know McTominay struggles. That being said, against Norwich, I don't put that performance on him. That wasn't a defensive issue, even though Norwich towards the end started to put pressure on the defense, and De Gea made some great saves. For the majority of that game, it wasn't the back 4 or McTominay and Fred. Our front 4 weren't good enough. Sancho was bright, but Rashford and Bruno, awful. Have I spoke about the Norwich game? I can't remember if I have or not. I don't think so. I haven't. So I will talk on it. I'll talk on it right now. Yeah, that's legit. What I just said is what it is. But the overreaction is crazy. I'm seeing people talk about, oh, Ralph's not good enough. Oh, it's 2 games. It's 2 matches. Like, it's gonna take a minute for him to put the building blocks in place. Was I happy with the performance? No. But what I was happy about was the result. Another clean sheet. And we move. We're 6 points from 6. Do the performances need to get better? Yes. Do certain players need to get dropped? Absolutely. And this is why I was interested to see Brentford today. Well, we play Brighton at home on Saturday. So we're going to see what changes he makes. However, that could be impacted by COVID, because we don't know who has COVID and who doesn't. So we're going to find out. But I'm expecting a much better improvement. Expecting a miles better improvement. I mean, I'm expecting a much better performance. And much improvement. That ain't even a phrase, but here we are in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting improvement is what I'm saying. Massive improvement. There we go. Z says, people need to realize the Norwich game wasn't easy. They're a team fighting to get out of relegation. It's not easy. That's true, but we still needed to do better. Mountains are there to be climbed. This ain't Mount Rushmore, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not it. Why are we making mountains out of molehills? I'm not with that. After Doink had me stop watching all seasons, Professor Ralph better start clapping teams towards the end of January. Somebody's getting moved to. The overreaction to that game was crazy, though. Crazy. Did I like his subs? No. But he came out and explained them. In Ralph, I trust in it. Hashtag double R Matthew in the building. Shout out to Eddie. Get me. Rolex Ralph. I'm with it. See, that's therefore a fake Bainesy. Look at that. How's there a fake Bainesy and Bainesy's here? It's mad. Flawless, I heard man saying that McToenails is better than John O'Shea and Carrick. Yo, people just say anything. Cannon says, nah, that performance ain't on him, but I monitor him. Rashford and Bruno a lot. I don't want to get started on Bruno. He's not a number 10. People need to stop calling him that. Yeah, he needs to be dropped, both of them. Their performance against Norwich was woeful. Woeful from both of them. Awful. And Bruno's been playing bad. Rashford's been playing bad. This is why they need to be dropped. The reason why I'm not getting on Ralph for that is because he's only just came into the job. However, they need to be dropped because they've been poor for the longest. Like, I can't remember the last time Rashford had a good game. And Bruno scored against Arsenal. I can't remember the last time he had a good game. This is 4, 5, 6 games now. This is legit 4, 5, 6 games. That man needs to be dropped, absolutely. And I believe Ralph will. With the way he dealt with Luke Shaw and spoke about Luke Shaw, I can see him doing it. 100. And you have options in those. Obviously, Pogba will be back, but you got what we don't know about Martial, but you've got Greenwood there, you've got Lingard there, you've got Juan Mata there, you've got other options. Donny can play in one of those roles as well. Against that, that is the real Bainesy, people. This idiot, that is the real Bainesy. Against Atletico, our only hope is the Stretford end sucking the ball into the net from tough opposition. They are tough opposition, but we'll be fine. I'm saying they will be fine. I'm confident of going through in this tie. I am. If we get knocked out, I'll come on here and hold my hands up and say, you know what? I called it wrong. Other than that, I'm very confident. Dallas says, Bruno and Rashford play hero ball all the time. They're selfish individuals. They're not team players. I hear that to an extent. Sometimes is the right time for the hero ball where you need to be a bit more direct. When we played Villarreal away, they both came on the pitch. And them being direct helped us in that game. Bruno played well. Rashford played well. And sometimes it's needed. It's horses for courses. You know what I'm saying? It's different strokes for different folks, people. Legit, that's what it is. And sometimes that more direct, that more hero ball is needed. Other times it's not needed. Other times it's not. Bruno is a number 10, but always wants the ball on the wings. That makes sense. If people ever say Bruno is better than Bernardo Silva, I might lose my mental. People say anything, man. You know what I'm saying? People say anything. It's mad. People say it's you just gotta ignore people on socials, man. You do. But yeah, quickly just ending the Norwich game. We got the win, and that's all that counts for the time being. And the reason why I'm not on Ralph is because it's his second game in. If it was his 22nd game in, different conversation. If we're still playing that way in February, March, we have big problems. But in Ralph, I trust, man. Like I always say, back the manager. Trying to think what else I spoke on it. Obviously, the Brentford game being postponed, so we will be doing a Manchester United. I keep saying that. Manchester City versus Leeds watch along, and that'll be on the Twitch. That will be on the Twitch, people. Get any questions in before I close out? Please keep them Manchester United related as well. And then we've got Brian. Obviously, we'll talk on that on Thursday's ManDem United. We'll talk about Brian, and yeah, that's pretty much it, people. I think we are going to close out the show. We ran through everything. I was looking forward to the Brentford game as well, but here we are. Z says Ralph has made us defensively compact in 2 weeks. Wow. He's made us that. You can see the defensive improvements. Yes. Did Norwich put pressure on us towards the end? Absolutely, they did. But we're already a better cohesive unit defensively. Like, you can see what's going on. Like, Tellers and Delo coming in has helped so much because they also give us options going forward. So I'm all for that. And it's with two centre-backs I don't rate, but hey, he has made us better defensively. Brighton's going to be interesting. We need to be on the front foot. Better performance, 3 points. I want 2 free goals. Let's get the confidence back up. Kenan says, Flawless, what do you think about the Rudiger links? I would take Rudiger. I think he's the perfect partner for I think he's the perfect partner for Varane. Absolutely. His aggressive, no-nonsense approach. Rudiger's like a better version and a version of Bailly that can stay fit. That's how I look at it. I'm a fan of Rudiger. Absolutely. I'm a fan of Rudiger. And Abdallah, I'm doing the members Q&A Thursday. It'll be Thursday, so I'll shout you. But yeah, I'm fully with that. Like the Rudiger shouts. For free as well. I'd take him. Do I believe it happens? No. I think Chelsea do the business. Or he goes to Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. I don't see why Rudiger would come to Manchester United. Like, he has better options on the table. So I don't see why that is. Flawless, do you reckon if United got Reece James and Chilwell, they cook the league? No. Because it's much more than 2 fullbacks. It's much more than 2 fullbacks. All right, Andre, I'm just ignoring that, yo. I'm just ignoring that. Yeah, Thursday. Like I said, Thursday. Rolly Ralph versus the Devil, Diego Simeone, says Dominique. Yo, for real. Rudiger's clear of my Ivy dispute. I'm just saying that they're of the same mold and same profile. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I class Rudiger as Draymond Green and boys just in your face. Very, very good comparison. Very good comparison. And I'm going to get to this to Unja because he's on the Ollie bandwagon. Rudiger's played. How is he hardly winning games? He's had 2 Premier League wins. See that, people? This is agendas right here. He's played 2 Premier League matches and won 2. What else is he supposed to do? He's not played 5-6 matches. But here we go. See the Ollie Inners, people. This is the Ollie Inner rhetoric. This is the Ollie In rhetoric right here. I'm saying your guy wasn't good enough under. It's okay, man. It's okay to admit it. Shitting on Ralph doesn't make Ollie any better. He was not good enough. He's a League One level manager. Tells you all you need to know. Abdallah over there, you know what I'm saying? Trolling as well, but you love to see it. Love to see it. All right, I'm going to close out the show. I'm going to close out the show, people, in 2 minutes. So get your final questions in, and I'll answer your final questions. Make sure subscribe to the channel. Do not forget that. Also, don't forget City versus Leeds. I'll be doing a watch along for that on the Twitch. And then we got the Knicks Warriors also on the Twitch. See, man, we go live every day on Sarcasm City TV, people. Live every day on Sarcasm City TV. The amount of respect Ralph gets speaks volumes. Yeah, man, it's rightfully so. Because of what he's done. And like I said, I'm not even gassed about him as manager. Upstairs, I don't want him as permanent manager. Go take up the consultancy role. Go take up the consultancy role. Ollie in is so salty, I absolutely love it. Hella salty, fam. Hella salty, because that guy's washed. I'm saying, just admit he was washed, man. It's okay. Right? You call things wrong to certain players who I thought would be top players and weren't good enough. I don't sit and defend and try and bash the player who's now playing in their position. I say I called it wrong. Same with managers. If Ralph gets it wrong, I'll be like, yeah, you got this wrong. It's not that deep. I just want some respect on his name for once. I do respect him. I never disrespect Ollie. Tell me, Unja, tell me when I disrespect Ollie. What have I said that's untrue? Right, please tell me. Like, come with receipts. Ralph has had 3 matches, but yet Dunk had 3 years and he couldn't explain his style to any one of. Hey, disgruntled, you right? You right? 100%. 100%. Nah, bid on this. Sol Campbell is overrated. Untidy centre back Rio well. Yeah, that Sol Campbell was cold, fam. Sol Campbell was cold. Z Gold says, bro, Ollie's a scrub. Get out of here with laughing emojis. If that flawless probably reckon Martial be clear of the Vava room merchant. This is not what we're doing, man. The disrespect, I'm a United fan, but the disrespect Henry gets is wild. Like, he's probably the best striker the Premier League has ever seen. Like, this is not what we're doing. Like, he's probably the best, and that's me saying that. And you don't know how much I don't like Arsenal. You don't know how much I disrespect Arsenal and can't stand Arsenal, but he's probably the best Premier League striker ever. Most players who played against him and played with him say that. Like, this is not what we're doing. The disrespect him and Paul Scholes get is wild. Yeah, this is not what we're doing. Yeah, his final records ain't good, but I'm talking strictly Premier League. Strictly Premier League. I'm saying, nah, Thierry's wavy. I just have to run some jokes. You're on a joke thing, fam. You're on an absolute joke thing. Disgruntled says, let's get all the doink talk out of our system before the end of the year, because in 2022, I'm treating Ollie like WWE. Yeah, you wilding with that, Disgruntled. I hear you. Flawless, I'm out, bro. Respect. People smash the like button. Yeah, big up, Z. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But right, I'm going to close out the show as well, people. Love to everyone who has locked in. The ManDem United podcast will be back, and we'll be back on Thursday at the regular time of 5 p.m. This one started later than usual. My apologies, people. Please make sure you hit the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Don't forget, this show and all the other shows on the YouTube and the Twitch, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So you might want to listen while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're at work, etc., etc. You might not want the YouTube or Twitch app open. SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes. SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes. Type in Sarcasm City TV. It will pop up, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Disgruntled Blogger says, can anyone explain how to watch Twitch on the TV? Can anyone explain to Disgruntled Blogger how? You should be, if you have a web browser, you should be able to go on there. I don't know if you can download the Twitch app. It might be a phone thing, and then you have to screen mirror it to your phone. That's probably the best way to do it. Have it on your phone and screen mirror it, or wherever you're watching it on, whether it's a console like a PS or Xbox, you might be able to download the Twitch app. You might be able to download the Twitch app and deal with it that way. Someone will let you know. Yes, if you have an Amazon Prime account, yes, you can sign up to the Twitch. Yes. The link for that is underneath in the description. Yes, you can do that. You can do that, my guy. Absolutely. You can do that. Or if you got a console, that's easier. Well, yeah, Disgruntled Blogger, because you're on Amazon Prime, you can use that to subscribe to the Twitch as well, and then you won't get ads and things of that nature. So you can do that. But yeah, large up to everyone that's locked in. This show will be back on Thursday, 5 p.m. We're also going live about 10 minutes before kickoff for the City versus Leeds game on the Twitch. And then we're doing Knicks Warriors NBA regular season watch along also on the Twitch. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. So love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube.